our 8th video commentary about the matches played by the Chagas team in the first South American Online Festival. The Swiss qualifying phase lasted for 9 rounds, so we are getting to the end of the qualifying phase in our video commentaries. And in this 8th round, we faced another team from Brazil, and at the table, 4 players from southern Brazil, which are very well known to the players in the Chagas teams. And so they are acquainted, everybody's acquainted with the other's style. It is an interesting match to watch. And Chagas won by 36 simps, which is a substantial amount, and lots of swings to produce the 62-26 margin of victory. We can see them here, lots of big swings. And so let's look at them, see what we can learn. The first swing started when North opened 1 heart. Normal opening bid, nothing to be said about it here. And South had a close call, a close choice between a pass and the forcing no trump or its equivalent. And he decided to pass, which cannot be criticized, I think. And neither would the forcing no trump. And so the spotlight was on West, who had a very normal 1-0 trump reopening bid, which is in range. And it's important to realize that the no trump reopening at the 1 level, like in this example auction, does not show the same strength as a 1-0 trump opening or a direct overcall in second position, because otherwise you would have trouble finding the right bid with these hands. 1-0 trumping the reopening position is usually played, let's say, something like good 10 or 11 up to 14, 15, something like that. And so this is it's a wide range because partner has already limited his hand a bit by passing over 1 heart. And so it is a very natural 1-0 trump bid by West. And there the bidding rested. And the declarer has 5 diamonds and 1 ace, 6 trick already made. And for the 7th trick, it's easy to build up in a spade or a heart lead. Both of them lead us to a 7th trick. So let's see how the play went. A small heart lead, winning by the 10 in dummy, won by the 10 in dummy. And then the 5 diamonds were cashed. So the declarer is sure to make 7 tricks if he cashes the ace of spades. He probably will because, well, now that the queen of clubs was discarded, it's not so clear that he will. I was about to say, since the clubs are wide open, but this queen of clubs discards may have clarified the position for the declarer so that he can play something like ace of spades and a spade. And so he will make another spade trick and a heart king. He'll lose only 3 tricks if he does that. No, not 3, 4. Let's see. Ace of spades and a spade, as expected. It's nothing better for him to do. And now, North would have done better to discard this little heart and keep the ace and queen of clubs, just in case partner had the king. But here the pass in the first round probably harmed his visualization of the hand. So this is the 8th trick for the declarer, and this queen of spades is the trick number 9. 9 tricks. And at the other table, very similar beginning, but then South was unwilling to let them play in 1-0 trumps and reopen into clubs. So there were 2 reopenings in this table. And so 2 clubs is probably a good sacrifice against the 150 made at the other table, the 1-0 trumps. The declarer can always make 5 club tricks and 2 hearts. Well, there is a problem of entries, but if he just keeps playing neutral stuff, he will be able to do 5 trump tricks, 2 hearts, and probably a spade. So let's see what happened here. The ace of diamonds was the best lead for the defense, and the club switched too. And another club most likely, yes. And now declare he should have cashed that queen of clubs before leading a diamond. He's and played, but he didn't know the jack of clubs would fall. So now he tries a small heart from dummy. And West is giving him a hard time. If he ducks that, he will lose 2 spades, 3 diamonds, and 1 heart. And so he did. He had to win with the king, and even so, well, if he won with the king, he would have made 5 clubs. The king of spades is 6, and the ace of hearts is 7, and nothing else. So this was a very interesting card play board, in that Declarer had to cash the queen of clubs before coming off dummy with a diamond. If he had done that, he would eventually make 5 clubs, 2 hearts, and 1 spade. Okay, going down 1. In any case, it was a good result compared with the 1-0 trump at the other table, so Shagasim won 3 imps. Now at board number 3, there was a card play swing. Both tables ended in 3-0 trumps, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, but one of them made 9 tricks and the other made 8. So let's see carefully what happened here. West opened 1 club. They play 15 to 17 no trumps at this vulnerability. And so there was a very natural bidding to 3 no trumps. 1 club, 1 spade, 1 no trump, 3 no trumps. And Declarer can make 3 diamonds and 2 spades are 5. And 4 clubs are 9. If he does not lose 4 hard tricks and the ace of diamonds and a club in the meantime. So the defense can defeat that if it is careful. South has to duck a heart. So, for instance, if the lead or a subsequent return is a 10 of hearts and East plays low, South should play low too. It's easy looking at the 4 cards, but as a defender, it's not so easy. So let's see what happened. So the lead was a 10 of hearts. Against this auction, it's enterprising lead, but not very unusual because partner wasn't able to overcall 1 heart. He was blocked by 1 spade. And North knows, or rather hopes, that South has some entries because he has very few high card points. He has only 5. And so he hopes that his partner has some 9, 10, 11 high card points. And he's trying to hit partner's suit, and he did that. But curiously enough, the only sure entry for the defense is in North's hand. Let's see how Declarer will handle that. The best thing that he can do, as he would see easily if they were defending against a North-South contract, is to play the King of Hearts in this lead. But it's not easy, very far from it at the table, and of course he's playing low to guarantee his streak. And South did very well by ducking. It's not hard either because he knows that he has 9-8 of hearts. He knows that partner has a double-tone heart, and he wouldn't have led from 10-4, which is the only position in which playing the queen would be good to catch a singleton jack, but he wouldn't have led it from 10-4 with a 10. So it's not hard, but it's well played anyway. So the Declarer won the Jack of Hearts, and he's trying to establish his tricks. He's playing the Queen of Diamonds, but the heart return. This Deuce of Hearts is upside down attitude. So he's saying, I really like your heart lead. And so there's no duck in diamonds, and there comes a second heart. And the contract is quickly won down. Congratulations to North for finding this lead. which is a very nice lead, and 4 not South for defending efficiently. And at the other table, South open 1 heart. A very aggressive opening bid. I think that the 5-3-3-2 and the loose queens make it too aggressive for my taste, but it might have made it harder for them. And so 1 heart pass. North didn't bid anything, although he had an even stronger hand than South in board number 1 that we watched earlier. And I think that this pass by North is clearly wrong, to my taste, of course, by Gabriel Chagas. He could have gone right as most actions in bridge, but it left the field open to them. And then a reopening no trump overcall, the same idea that we saw in the first board. And we see that the range is quite lower that when we see that West didn't bid 3 no trumps immediately. He just invited, and then East accepted. And the situation here is exactly the same. A hard lead would defeat the contract. But South probably didn't lead a heart since there was a swing. Yes, there it is, the Queen of Spades. A very unfortunate lead, as the cards were, because now the declarer has the tempo, and he has 3 spade tricks. No, 4 spade tricks. But he's kind of blocked. He cannot quite make 4 spade tricks without getting blocked in either spades or diamonds. But he will make 3 or 4 spade tricks and 4 diamonds, or vice versa, and 2 clubs. Just to guarantee that. The twice and the low club. This low club is established as a suit. And now the spade. And now we'll run the clubs, pitching all hearts and the 10 of spades to check if the spades were 3-3. Didn't look like it were, since the lead was Queen of Spades. But this is trick number 9, and so 12 imps to the opponents. Board number 4. Pass by West, which is, even though lots of players would have opened this hand, I agree with this pass. Very bad suits and honors in the short suits. These 2 things are correlated, of course, but it's a not an unanimous, but I think it is a good pass. North pass 2. East had an easy 1 club opening in the 3rd hand. Obvious double by South. Redouble by West, meaning power. Meaning I have a maximum. And North decided to bid 1 no trump. He has lots of reasons to do that. Scattered honors. And he's not particularly afraid of getting penalized here, but he was. And let's see what happened in 1 no trump double. It's not so bad for the declarer with King Jack tight in front of this club suit, but the defense can make, apparently, 3 spades, right? If West gets the hand, spade of the queen and the ace of spades, and another spade to establish the 9. 3 spades, 2 clubs are 5, 1 diamond, perhaps 2 depending on how the declarer plays it, and 1 heart. And the declarer play, developing his own suits, can make 3 hearts. 1 spade is 4, 2 or 3 diamonds. 3 is, no, can't make 3, but 2 diamonds is 6. And perhaps some other trick in the wash. So let's see what happened here. The club lead was not the best for the defense, but notice that they play attitude leads. So this 5 means, from West's perspective, it's not a very low card. The lower the card you lead, the better is your suit. So the 5 of clubs means I don't have a very good suit. I'm just leading it because it looks like the best option to me, but it's not a very consistent suit. And so but you have to be a very clairvoyant player to not play the jack from king jack when partner opens. And he's ducked because he doesn't know. Perhaps West is king jack third and North has only 4 clubs, and so he's keeping communication with partner in this case. So the declarer is now in the run for 3 hearts and 1 in each suit. There you go. Queen of diamonds. He has pitched 1 diamond on the club. The defense is ducking hearts so as to keep declarer out of dummy. And another spade. And the ace of clubs. This spade pitch. Perhaps it should have been a diamond. I'm not sure. But as it was, he established now the 9 of spades and the king of diamonds as the set-in trick. And so it went down 1. Very nervous defense and play here, but it ended well for East-West. And at the other table, East opened a weak no trump and played there, therefore. And the lead was probably a heart, yes. So let's see how many tricks North-South will be able to make when having the lead. So the king of hearts, North followed with a 9. They're playing standard signals. And so South knew that the jack was with North. So the 3 hearts were ducked and 2 hearts were ducked, and the spade North played the king. And then no club to the jack. He has very little information about the club break, and like at the other table in defense. Right. So 10 of spades, declarer ducked that because he wants to keep an entry to his ace of clubs. And he managed to do it. And now a diamond to the queen. And South will cash the queen of hearts. And the declarer will still lose 1 final trick to a club in North. Now, if you look at what happened in these queen of hearts, if he had pitched a diamond, he had a chance of doing something good at the ending, some wrong pitches perhaps. But now he has no further threats apart from diamonds and clubs. And so there's no way to make the 7th trick. Interesting board to watch. It's fun to see how little differences, like no trump range, can end in. And so this is a 7 imps, so it's more than half that game swing we just saw. It's nothing to be sneered at. Okay, next swing. North passed, and vulnerable versus not. I am with him. We love to preempt with 6-4, but vulnerable versus not, there should be some standards. East passed also. Again, I am with him. 1 diamond natural by South. 1 heart natural by West. Pass by North. Here I'm not so confident that this is the best approach. In fact, I am quite confident of the contrary. Even if you play some kind of fit showing jumps that don't allow you to jump to 2 spades with this hand, I think you should bid 1 spade. It's too easy to be blown out of the auction if you don't do that. Perhaps by jumping hearts here. Didn't happen. East raised 2 diamonds as a heart raise, a maximum heart raise. and South bid 3 clubs, bid his second suit at the 3 level, showing some high cards, and there the auction ended. In 3 clubs, loses perhaps 1 or 2 clubs, a heart and a spade. It's hard to see what else it can lose. Ace of hearts, king of spades. Now club, they should have cashed this heart before playing this club, because now there will be 2 pitches from the queen jack of spades. They will live. Yeah. A heart ruff. And Declare will still make 2 tricks with a king and 10 of clubs. Oh no, he won't. He decided to not finesse. So in effect, he was playing West to be not roughing this 3rd spade with honor with that queen of clubs. Second. Looks odds against. And now Declare went 1 down because he didn't make that club finesse. At the other table, is try the pushy weak no trump. South double showing cards, passes, asks for a double, and North bid 2 spades. There was perhaps some misunderstanding going on, because if South is aware of the nature of North's hand, perhaps it wouldn't be 3 no trumps. 3 no trumps looks like a hopeless contract, and North, knowing that, took it out to 4 spades. And in 4 spades, he can lose only 2 spades and a heart if he can grab the queen jack of clubs on side. So let's see how it developed. King of spades ducked, diamond ruffed, the jack of spades also ducked, and the low club finessed. Well done by North. Looking at the weak no trump by East, and he knows that West has some diamond honors because of the lead, unless the lead was deceptive. And so, and it's basically a better shot than trying to find a singleton honor here, which is his other option, right? His other option is only to catch a singleton honor in clubs and then finessing in the second round. But a singleton honor is 2 singletons, and a low singleton is 3 singletons. So even in the dark, without information from the bidding, double finesse looks like the best shot. And this kind of math is very easy for Chagas. And so 10 tricks were claimed. Well done. You've seen that already. Go away board. And so our next swing is 5 clubs making at one table and 4 hearts going down at the other. So Diego Brenner opened 1 club, which can be only 2 cards. 1 heart by South, 1 spade denying spades. Yes, 1 spade is like a negative double, but denying spades. 2 hearts is too timid for me at these colors. Non-full versus full. 3 hearts is at least the best bid in my appraisal. At least 3 hearts. I wouldn't frown very strongly upon anyone who bid 4 hearts, but 3 hearts is the value bid with this hand. The 4 card raise and the singleton should be respected. Double means I have better than minimum, 15 plus. Redouble is also, I would say, either a bluff or an ineffective bid, because it gave room for this jump, showing long diamonds. I would prefer either Well, in the context of a partner who raised only to 2 hearts, this hand has at least a 3 heart raise. I think the 3 double is a pipe dream, as they say. You won't penalize the opponents when you have 9 cards in hearts at least, and you should try to block them from finding their best contract. That's how I see it. And so West was able to jump to 4 diamonds to show extreme length, and he suggested 5 clubs. And if West was short in clubs, perhaps it's hard to imagine him being short in clubs when East has 3 hearts, because they're not. He has not got more than 3 spades from the 1 spade bid, and he's short in hearts, so he's bound to have some clubs. And so 5 clubs. The declarer can always ruff 1 heart and 1 spade. It's curious, but it's true in dummy, and there's no way to take away two trumps from dummy. But there is a problem of entries. If the lead had not been the Queen of Hearts, perhaps there would be a problem of entries to East's hand. But since the Ace of Clubs is singleton, anything that the declarer does will work. So the declarer will pitch 2 spades, ruff a heart, cash the aces. That sounds weird. I would think that ruffing the heart, cashing the ace of spades, playing a diamond to the ace, ruffing a spade is the lay down way to do it. I didn't see what happened here. Oh, the Jack of Diamonds was ruffed, and yeah, because it's just a transposition. You will end up roughing the spade at last. Okay. He was lucky that there was no ace of clubs in the club. Well, perhaps it is not possible to do that, since the diamonds are good. Perhaps his line is just equivalent to the 2 roughs that could be taken earlier. And at the other table, North, well, 1 club was similar, and then 1 heart pass. Pass is too shy for me, too timid. I don't think a hand with a 7-card suit can pass if he has a reasonable bid. And even if you don't play that gadget of the 1 spade being like a negative double, I think that 2 diamonds is very, very reasonable with this hand. Only 7 high card points, but you have 7 diamonds. So and 2 diamonds is not game forcing. You can be 2 diamonds and 3 diamonds showing length, but not strength to force the game. And you owe your partner a king, perhaps, but it's better to owe him a king than to pass with these hands. And North bid 3 hearts, which is, as I mentioned, a better bid. And East passed over 3 hearts, which is not clear to me that it is good. East has a very nice hand. If he had doubled 3 hearts, perhaps, or bid 3 no trumps, perhaps East-West could still get in the game. But they were blown away when East passed again. So 2 conservative decisions by West and East took them out of the auction. And in 4 hearts, there are 1 spade, 1 diamond, and 2 hearts to be lost. And since there is no 2-way finesse in spades, the declarer is basically forced to guess spades. And so there's no way to go less than 1 down. The declarer is drawing trumps. He decided to eliminate diamonds before messing with spades, but he could have drawn a trump before doing that. It was a bit careless of him. And so he made only 8 tricks. But since his teammates had made 5 clubs at the other table, no harm done. Right? This is the same 11 imps. It's easy, it's comforting when you make a mistake and lose 0 imps for it. Okay, the swing at board number 10. What is this swing? 3-note trumps at one table and 1-note trump at the other. So this is a bidding swing, an evaluation swing. West opened one diamond with a third in hand. East bid one heart. West bid 1-note trumps, and East jumped to 3-note trumps. There is a subtle inference that many players miss in this kind of situation, is that West, with 3 hearts, can often pass 1 heart by a passed hand. 1 diamond, pass 1 heart, pass, 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 if he has a minimum with 3 hearts. And if he has a minimum, very minimum, without 3 hearts, perhaps he shouldn't think of opening 1 diamond. And so this particular auction, 1 diamond, 1 heart, 1-note trump, is not very terrible, especially at these colors. And all of that helped to explain the jump to 3-note trumps. Of course, the main factor is that Diego Brenner hates to play in a part score when there is the possibility of a vulnerable game bonus. So what should 3-note trump make in a matter of tricks? There are 4 club tricks, and with the heart finesse, 2 heart tricks are 6, and 1 spade trick is 7, and 1 diamond trick is 8. So Declare has some work to do. Let's see how we went about it. This did not harm. So when North hit on that very good heart lead at the beginning of the set from a doubleton, we can see here that sometimes your visualization gets in the way and you pick a very bad lead. That's what happened in this case. And it's instructive to compare the two situations, because at the other table, it was, at the other hand, it was on 1 club pass 1 spade, and he led a heart, the suit that partner could not overcall. Now it's 1 diamond pass 1 heart, and partner may overcall 1 spade in many cases in which this jack of spades is going to be a good lead. And so you have to downsize the odds, the chances that spades is the best suit, when partner had the opportunity to overcall it and did not. And so anyway, after this lead, Declare has the possibility of making 4 clubs, 2 spades, 2 hearts, and 1 diamond. Let's see how we'll go about it. Heart to the 10, most likely, right now. Yes. The club, and another heart. He's trying to conceal his heart length. Now he's establishing the trick number 9 by playing the king of spades. He doesn't know that clubs will break, but he's hoping for it, because if they don't, he's in trouble. When you're playing a pushy contract, there's little that you can do. At the other table, a weak note trump was passed out. It's a interesting difference in valuation and strategy. And the lead was the queen of diamonds. Not a great lead. Gave away the trick number 9 just as the jack of spades did, but it will. Oh, after the king of diamonds, what I was about to say is not so clear. But if South had played a low diamond, the trick number 9 is still establishable in diamonds, but it takes more time. And so it's not as bad as the jack of spades. So here it is, trick number 9. If Declare plays a heart to the 10, no, he didn't. Heart to the queen. Spade, and now he's on track to make 1 in each major suit, 2 diamonds and 2 clubs, and 4 clubs, making 2-note trumps, because there are lots of 10 aces over his kings right now. But if South had cashed the ace of hearts so that North could discard the 8 of diamonds, that would have been the end of Declare, but now he will make the 10 of diamonds. Okay. But the important thing in this hand was the bidding. On the next hand, on the contrary, will be the play. 1-note trump making or going 4 down. Let's see how this goes. One heart by West, one spade, the Brazilian spade, meaning the inversion between one spade and one no trumps, so that this is like a one no trump rebid response. If he had bid one heart, one no trump, it would show 5 or more spades. And one no trump shows 4 spades. They include in this gadget 3 spades. Originally, this sequence in the most common Brazilian system is 4 spades and 5 hearts. Is one of the advantages of playing it this way. But Diego and Miguel include the 3 spades and 2 clubs hand. So 3 spades, 5 hearts, 3 diamonds, and 2 clubs is included here to allow the 2 clubs rebid, 1 heart, 1 spade, 2 clubs to be purer. And actually, these guys play Gazili. So 2 clubs is not only clubs, but also many different kinds of strong hands. But that's not important for this hand. So they ended 1 no trumps because he's passed knowing that West didn't have length in the minors or 6 cards in hearts. Has 3 or 4 spades. And in 1 no trumps, well, it's hard to predict what will happen since one table will make 7 tricks and the other will make 3. So let's follow the play. A low club lead is normal. It is his best suit after all. Won by the queen. And another club. Ducked. And South discarded the 3 of spades. And now spade to the queen. So the declarer is on track to make right now 2 clubs, 3 spades are 5, and 1 heart is 6. And the 7 of diamonds looks like a costly discard right now, because diamonds is the defensive source of tricks. And North is cashing his clubs, meaning he will try to... He's establishing the 5th club here, so that's trick number 7 for the declarer. And so the defense should be able to make... He has already made 1 spade, 2 clubs, and so it needs 4 diamonds to defeat the contract right now. And they're gone. So South sacrificed tricks for clarity because he sent a very clear message that diamonds was the best defense, but he lost some tricks doing that. It would have been much better if you could discourage hearts, which is not hard because any heart pitch will discourage hearts since this is the declarer's long suit. If he discourages hearts, he will show that he has a good diamond holding. And so this is 7 tricks for the declarer. Let's look at the defense at the other table. After a very similar, yes, basically the same inferences available, the same sequence and the same inferences available. But look, that was a very fine lead for North-South. The 10 of diamonds clarified the suit immediately. And so 5 diamonds were cashed. There's still ones. And now hearts. In these 5 diamonds, West pitched a lot of hearts. And so both defenders know that the hearts are ripe to be cashed right now. So he'll try a spade finesse, which will lose. And then the hearts will be cashed. And almost, if there's a very interesting ending here, but almost there was a squeeze against West. If the Queen of Spades had been ducked, it's fun to imagine that. If the Queen of Spades from his had been ducked, and another spade finesse had lost to the Jack, so that there were 1 less card in each hand, then West would have been squeezed. And so we would have down 5. It's fun to think about these things. But Down 4 was already an excellent result. Our next swing is card play swing. 4 spades, making at one table and going down at the other. 1 spade, 2 spades, 4 spades. Very usual bidding. Nothing to talk about here. There are 2 spades to be lost, and so the battle is to not lose 2 club tricks. And if you have to handle this suit on your own, the best play involves a finesse of the 9 of clubs. There are several methods, either a low club to the 8 or the jack of clubs in the first round. But I would say that eventually you would finesse for the 8 of clubs. But let's see how the declarer handle it. Perhaps you can eliminate some stuff before you do it. I think the best play would have been to cash the ace and king of diamonds, ruff a heart high, the 7, and then play a spade. And so you would be starting the work of elimination. You ruff a heart, let's count. Ruff a heart high. The best thing that the defense can do, since the spades are blocked, they cannot draw 2 trumps, is to play another diamond. It's the only return that doesn't give a trick immediately. And so you ruff again. So you ruff twice on your hand and lead your 3rd spade, losing to the king, and he will cash the queen of diamonds. And you'll ruff again. So you have ruffed 3 times and played 2 spades. And now you have a choice. You have 1 spade in your hand and 2 spades in dummy. It's a 5 card ending. You have 1 spade and 4 clubs, and dummy has 2 spades and 3 clubs. And you have plenty of ways to handle this. Cashing an ace of clubs in the club. And as the cards are, this wouldn't be a very good line of play, because you are in the wrong hand. So if you want to play clubs from dummy, you have to play this 4 spades to the 5, and then you play a club up. But I think that this line is still very reasonable, because you'll win whenever the honors are together, either king queen here or king queen here, when you play a low club, and you have some very clear mistakes, possible mistakes by the opponents. So I won't roll it out. Let's see how the declarer actually did it. How he got a club switch that made it to the 9. Didn't make much of a difference, of course. Now the declarer will make 10 tricks. But if he had played the queen, it would be the same. It's a club switch that delivered the game. And same bidding here. Let's see how the declarer will approach it. The declarer will try the technical line that I just described. That 4 of spades is an expensive card to waste. Okay, it would have been better to have the 4 rather than the 5, than the queen. But here he is, and now he's going to play ace of clubs and clubs. I don't know if that's the best way to deal with it at this point, but the final result is 1 down. I think that's unlucky for Chagas, and perhaps it's a certain. It's not easy to quantify how unlucky that is. And this is our final swing. 1 no trump, now 3 no trumps, making in one table, making 10 tricks and making only 8 at the other. Another card play swing. So 15-17 no trumps, raised to 3. The lead is the jack of hearts. Most players are learning, and these players have learned that decades ago, of course, to favor the major suits against this kind of auction. And conversely, many good players are learning to use this kind of auction even when you have 4 hearts or 4 spades in a square hand, 4-3-3-3, 4-4-3-2 in a bad suit. Sometimes players are just ignoring statement and going to game because they know that good players are leaning towards leading in a major. So Jack of Hearts is a revealing lead because it reveals the position of the 3 major honors in the suit, and if the cleric can diagnose that this is from a short suit, it has some interesting inferences to come along. 10 of clubs. Even though the clubs are very well positioned for the cleric, the suit is blocked and there's no clear entry to north. So he will be able to make only, well, let's see what will happen. Probably the best way to play right now would have been the diamond to the queen. He's hoping for the ace of spades. Well, position. If the ace of spades were here, this would have been the entry to dummy. No luck. And now he's in bad shape. But he can still play the queen of diamonds. This was a bad play, this cashing of the spade queen, because the defense still has communication hearts. And he knows that in the next streak, he'll have to try something else. He should have tried this heart before the queen of spades. And even better, his only real shot at that position was to catch the jack of diamonds singleton, and then the end play that he's trying to get, because West can duck the queen of diamonds. And the final trick to the king of diamonds. And at the other table, let's see how against the same lead, contract and lead. These are very instructive hands. And you see different styles. See, the Jack of Hearts was ducked here, as is encouraged. And so South is laying a little trap for them, because both will be leaning towards playing a heart. Note also how he played the 9 of clubs rather than the 10, to see if West was paying attention, and he wasn't. It's easier to cover the 10 of clubs than the 9. So he got an extra club 3, and he's already in the run for 3 tricks in clubs, 2 in spades, 2 in hearts is 7, and 1 in diamonds is 8. And he's hopeful of either the diamond finesse or a heart return right now. Yeah, here it is. That's trick number 9. Well played by South. Taking advantage of psychological plays that made it much harder for the opponents to, and he can still end play West to open up diamonds. Yes, and that's what he did. So he made 10 tricks, very well played by South, deserving his 10 imps. And this was the video commentary of the 8th round of the Swiss teams. And visit our website, www.thebridgeexperts.com. Visit our YouTube channel where this video has been uploaded, and we are cooking up some new and interesting stuff for players of all levels that include Facebook and WhatsApp groups for bridge discussion and learning. So keep your eye on our Facebook page and at our website, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.